What the heck? That's weird. I wish you guys could feel this. Holy cow, is this stiff. Right here's nice and easy. Right there's easy. Right there's stiff. Easy. Stiff. Easy. Stiff. Well, looks like we got some work to do on this today. Hello and welcome back to Charlie's House Call Auto Repair. Today we've got a 2007 Toyota Tacoma. We've got a failed intermediate shaft that we're going to have to replace today. And what better time to do this than with a new wrench that was just sent in to me by a viewer. I'd like to thank Bill S. from Peabody, Mass. for noticing that I was having some difficulty with one of the ratchets in one of my previous videos. I'm going to be jumping back and forth with a bunch of videos in the near future. I've got, you know, that Crown Victoria sitting back there. I've got the engine back in it. I've still got some more projects to do on that. But let's get into this intermediate shaft. And again, thanks to Bill, we're going to have a wrench to be able to get this intermediate shaft out today. And the part that we're going to be replacing is that thing right there, right dead center going down to the steering rack. We're going to be taking that out. We're going to have to loosen up those two bolts right there, slide that collar up, and then disconnect the one death bolt down at the bottom, and then we'll lift that steering intermediate shaft out. And just to make this job a little bit easier, we're going to jack the truck up. We're going to take the wheel off so that you guys can see what we're getting into. Let's get the wheel off the ground. So we got the jack and the jack stand. Let's get this wheel the rest of the way off. This thing sits so much that everything is getting all rusty. But see if we can get this all done today with no power tools at all. Make this one quick and easy. I actually got the wrench that Bill sent me, so I might as well use that on this also. Again, thank you, Bill. That was very appreciated. That's the wrench that Bill sent me. This is the part that was broken on mine. And like the intermediate shaft in this thing, the lack of use kind of caused a problem, and it made it bind up a little bit. But I used it yesterday, found it binding up just like the intermediate shaft in the car. So I took it apart and I put a little bit of red and tacky in it. And well, needless to say, it works really well in both directions. And again, thank you, Bill. Alright, you got all 6 lug nuts off. Let's get this wheel out of the way. Oh, look at that rusty mess. Everything is so rusty. Oh, look at that axle boot. That's not looking good. Let's see. Yeah, that's I'd say that's failed. Yeah, that's definitely failed. So we need to put an axle shaft in this too. That'll be one of the next videos on House Call Auto Repair. And just as a side note, another thing I noticed too while I was in here is, see how that spring's all nice and polished? These are hitting each other when I go over bumps. So we're going to have to figure out how to relocate this sway bar and sway bar links as well. Yay. Just to make things a little bit easier, we're going to get in here, we're going to pull the Christmas tree fastener. Oh, that's not Christmas tree fastener, that's broken fastener of some sort. Okay, well, we'll get that out, and there's our 2 bolts that we're going to take out. And just in case any of you guys with really sharp eyes happened to notice this earlier, hopefully we can get this to stay focused. That is because the sleeve cylinder right here had pushed right through the clutch fork. So what we did is we kind of customized this a little bit, and we put a bolt in it with a wallowed out head to serve the purpose in the meantime. Alright, these two are 12 millimeter. It's got a lot of wiggle in it, like the bearing at the bottom of the steering column is worn out. As much as this is binding up, I'm not surprised. Let's try to get this one broke loose. If I'm not mistaken, these bolts have to come all the way out in order to be able to slide that shaft, the sleeve right here, up, in order to be able to make the room to get the intermediate shaft out. So there's one 12 millimeter bolt. That's the second 12 millimeter bolt. And we got one more down at the bottom. And the bolt that we're looking for now at the bottom is all the way down there. And let's see, we get this to focus. Yep, that one right there. We're going to have to take that bolt out, and to make it easier for you guys to see what we're doing, we're going to get this wire loom right here out of the way. First off, by disconnecting this one and this one, and we're just going to sweep this out of the way here. So hopefully get my little screwdriver. Oh, don't need the screwdriver. Just lift up a little tab in the middle, and then it'll allow you to pull this wiring in here right out of the way. So we got a clean shot down there to get that bolt out. And we're going to go down in there with a lot of extensions, and I mean a lot of extensions. Straight down onto that bolt. Finding the appropriate angle to get a good grip on that bolt. Not easy. As you can see, I'm all the way down here at an angle by the battery tray to get the bolt out of there. This wrench is working very nicely. Nice clean clicks, no skips. Alright, that bolt's almost all the way out. Well, at least it hit the ground. And recovered. Now let's get that intermediate shaft up and out of there. Alright, intermediate shaft is free. Boy, got up and down, but it doesn't got any sideways. Now we gotta get it off the rack. That's gonna be the fun part. And there's our intermediate shaft. Wow, that's really stiff. There's the part that we got from rockauto.com. Well, let's see. Ooh, they gave us a new pinch bolt with it. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. Alright, so we are the same length, same size, same shape, same length. The cutouts are in the same spots. So I think we're good to go ahead and put the new one in. We're going to take the arm and run it down through. Try to get this thing oriented so that that little knurl right here is right up at the top. Right there. That looks good right there. Yeah, I think so. And we can start wiggling this down and on. Now we just got to get it down there far enough to get the pinch bolt down through it. Now let's see if we can get that bolt down and in there. Almost. Oh, dropped it again. That time it didn't hit the ground. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, I almost dropped it again. Let's see, hopefully I got you in the frame there. Okay. Yeah. Now I just got to get that bolt to drop into this little groove. I think that's it right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that threaded all the way down in now. That's a 13 millimeter down there. And we'll tighten this down to about 4 ugga-duggas. keeping in mind at 5 the bolt will break.
Oh, it's already done at the doctor's?
Righty. Now let's make sure that it doesn't wiggle around. Alright, no wiggle, which means it's tight. Alright, let's get the sleeve on. Hold it on here and grab this shaft. And we gotta start wiggling this one down. This one here is going to be fun. I got to tap on it right here and then push it down in. And then I can put the pinch bolts back in. Maybe. Yes, maybe. Tap this. I gotta find an angle here where I can get between the brake lines. Or if it's possible, even between these brake lines. There we go. It's almost far enough. Almost. That should be good, I think. Let's turn the steering wheel sideways and see what it looks like. So you want to turn it to the right so the bolt's up top. And it looks like I can see straight down through the grooves. Let's grab our 2 collar bolts. And let's see, I think this one's still off just a hair. Let's see. Which way do I need to go with it? Up or down? I don't know. Huh. It actually looks like I'm spot on. So those are 12mm again. We're going to run these all the way down in. Getting all my extensions. About 3.5 ugga-duggas on that one. And 3.5 ugga-duggas on that one. And now I can push the booster back in. And we're all done. Now we can go take it out for a test drive. almost forgot. Put this piece back up in there. Yeah, 190 piece kit. I'm sure there's got to be a couple in here that'll fit. Oh, let's see, we don't have anything in here that's actual Christmas tree, but we do have a bunch of little push pins. Let's see, they'll fit in that hole, probably not. They're all in. Finish tightening up this wheel, and then let's get out of here and go for a ride. Wouldn't have been able to turn the steering wheel like this before. Particular orientation. Have it, 2007 Toyota Tacoma intermediate shaft with a new wrench, courtesy of Bill from Peabody. Again, thank you, Bill. We were able to do this one manually by hand, fairly easy to do. So if you guys like this one, felt this one to be helpful, entertaining, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and most importantly, remember, you've got no more excuses. Pick up those wrenches. And just in case any of you guys with a really sharp eye happened to notice this earlier. Come on, focus. Focus. Won't focus. Now what we're going to do to make this just a little bit easier for you guys and for myself as well is we're going to go right there, and we're going to turn that shaft 180 degrees. Hopefully right there we can get a nice clean shot in on that bolt. I gotta go just a little bit more. I think right about there maybe. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, that should be pretty close. I need to come back down just a hair. There, and then we can get in on that bolt from this angle right here. And that's a complete fail. Well, there you have it. No, you don't. Well, there you have it. 2007 Toyota Tacoma Intermediate shaft. Again, thank you, Bill and Peabody. You made this possible to do it by hand. If you guys felt this one helpful, interesting, blooper. And most importantly, don't forget, you've got no more excuses. Pick up those wrenches.